Hi, everyone. Today we'll be discussing toddler development, focusing on ages 1 to 3. This period is crucial for growth in learning and social development. We'll cover physical and cognitive and psychosocial development, as well as important aspects like safety, nutrition, and immunizations. The early years are critical for brain development for children in this age group. Neural connections are rapidly forming, and positive experiences help lay the foundation for future success. On the other hand, negative experiences can also have long term effects on the child's emotional and cognitive growth. Toddlers grow at a slower rate than infants. Here are some key milestones. Weight gain is about 4 to 6 pounds per year. Height growth is about 3 inches per year. Head circumference equalizes with chest circumference by 1 to 2 years. And fontanelle closures, the posterior fontanelle closes by 2 to 3 months and the anterior by 12 to 18 months. Let's break this down into gross motor and fine motor skills. Gross motor skills, large movements. For 12 to 15 months, they walk alone, stoop, and recover. At 18 months, they run clumsily, climb stairs with help, and they throw a ball. At 2 years, they run well, kick a ball, walk up and down stairs with both feet on each step. At 2.5 years, they jump in place and stand on one foot briefly. At 3 years, they climb stairs with alternating feet, pedal a tricycle, and jump forward. Fine motor skills is using hand and finger movements. At 12 months, they use pincer grasp and attempt spoon use. At 15 months, they build 2 tower blocks and hold a spoon with a fist grip. At 18 months, they scribble, build 3 to 4 block towers and turn book pages. At 2 years, they build 6 to 7 block towers, imitate lines and shapes. At 2.5 years, they turn doorknobs, unscrew jar lids, and draw simple lines. At 3 years old, they copy a circle, build 9 to 10 block towers, and use a fork. A child's sensory development significantly progresses, allowing them to explore the world around them through sight, hearing, touch, taste, and smell with increasing refinements. For vision, they recognize faces, objects, and colors, and improves depth perception. Hearing, they follow simple instructions, enjoy music, and enjoy storytelling. Touching, they explore textures, and they're sensitive to temperature and pain. Smell, they identify familiar scents, and they develop their own preferences. Taste, they prefer sweet and mild flavors, and they may be picky when it comes to their textures. Between the ages of 1 and 3, children begin to develop a significant control over their bowel and bladder functions, with most achieving some level of control by 2 or 3 years old. Toilet training readiness starts between 18 months and 3 years. They start to stay dry for 2+ hours, and they wake up dry from naps. They recognize urges to urinate or defecate. They show interest in using the toilet and follow simple instructions, and they can pull their pants up and down independently. Certain control milestones for bowels, they are more predictable by the age of 2. And for bladder control, daytime control is usually between 2.5 and 3 years, and nighttime control could take a little longer, up to 4 to 5 years. At this stage, toddlers are egocentric, meaning they see the world from their own perspective. Key cognitive milestones, they imitate behaviors of adult and peers. They begin learning cause and effects. Object prominence is well established, and they explore through trial and error. Question time. A nurse is assessing the cognitive development of a 2-year-old toddler. Which behavior should the nurse expect? A. Engages in cooperative play with peers. B. Understands the concept of conservation. C. Uses magical thinking and engages in make-believe play. Or D. Recognizes letters and can read simple words. All right, guys, we gave you time to think, and that answer is C. They use magical thinking and engage in make believe play. According to Piaget's pre operational stage, ages 2 to 7, toddlers, ages 1 to 3, begin to develop symbolic thought, and this includes magical thinking and pretend play. At this stage, they do not understand logic but can imitate adult behaviors and use objects symbolically. Children in this age group typically progress from using single words to combining words into short phrases and expanding their vocabulary significantly, and beginning to ask simple questions. Speech milestones for this age group is 12 months, they say 3 to 5 words and understand simple commands. At 18 months, they use 10 to 25 words and point to objects and body parts. At 2 years old, they use 2 word sentences and they have a 200 to 300 word vocabulary. And at 3 years, they use 3 word sentences and have a 900 word vocabulary, and they follow simple 2-step instructions, depending on your child. Autonomy versus shame and doubt is the second stage of Erik Erikson's psychosocial development theory, occurring typically between 18 months and 3 years of age. During this stage, toddlers are developing independence. They want to do things on their own, but they also struggle with control. Key social behaviors to pay attention to is parallel play. They play alongside but not with other children. They throw temper tantrums, which is common due to being frustrated. They have separation anxiety, which improves but is still present. And they begin toilet training. Children show readiness around ages 2 to 3 years. In childhood development, growth is defined as irreversible, constant increase in size, and development is defined as growth in psychomotor capacity. Both processes are dependent upon genetic, nutritional, and environmental factors. Social and cultural factors include family structure, whether it's nuclear family, extended, or a single parent, exposure to language and interaction, socioeconomic factors affecting their nutrition and development. Environmental factors include toxin exposure, lead poisoning being a risk, living conditions and emotional development, screen time and digital exposure. At this age, that is a lot of children, and community factors, access to parks and safe play areas, daycare and early childhood development programs.
Immunizations. All right. Vaccines are critical for toddlers developing immune system. Recommended vaccines are from 12 to 15 months, Hib, PCV, MMR, varicella, hepatitis A. The first dose is recommended. From 15 to 18 months, DTaP. The fourth dose is recommended. At 18 months to 2 years, hepatitis A, the second dose is recommended. And by 3 years of age, the annual flu vaccine. We also want to educate parents on mild side effects such as fever, swelling, and when to seek medical attention for them. All right, nutrition, where the kids are going to eat you guys out of a house and a home, going to steal all the snacks, and they're going to be picky as heck about it. So some nutrition facts would be limit their whole milk to 16 to 24 ounces per day due to excess can cause iron deficiency. Introduce a variety of foods such as vegetables, proteins, grains, especially vegetables. Sneak it in there, sneak it everywhere. Encourage self-feeding. Avoid choking hazard foods such as grapes, hot dogs, nuts, popcorn. And then make sure to offer your little munchkins 3 meals and 2 snacks daily. All right, sleep, sleep, sleep. You sleep when the babies sleep, or you'll never get any sleep. Toddlers need 11 to 14 hours per day, including 1 nap. I don't think that's accurate. They need more naps. They need a consistent bedtime routine so they can get on schedule. Common problems that you see with them is night terrors, and bedtime resistance. Just mom, dad, make sure to tell them ain't no monsters in the closet. Safety and injury prevention. Unfortunately, the leading cause of death in toddlers is unintentional injuries because these little babies like to get into everything and everywhere. So some key safety and risk factors preventions includes for falls, keep crib rails up, secure furniture to the walls. For drowning prevention, make sure to supervise the babies near water, keep bathrooms door closed so they don't sneak in and play in the toilet. For poisoning prevention, make sure to lock up your medications and cleaning supplies. For burn prevention, keep hot drinks out of reach, turn pot handles inward. For choking hazards, make sure to cut up their food into small pieces and avoid hard candies. For car seat safety, be sure to rear face the car seat until they're at least 2 years old. All right, for nurses' role in injury prevention education, we want to be sure to educate caregivers on common risks and preventative strategies, assess the home environment and provide guidance on child-proofing, promote awareness of emergency contact numbers such as poison control or the local ER, and encourage safe exploration by creating a secure environment for these little people. I think no matter what you do, if they want it, they are going to get it. They're going to get there. Question time. A nurse is providing injury prevention teaching for a 15-month Which statement indicates a need for further teaching? A, I will keep the crib mattress at the lowest setting. B, I should transition my child to a forward-facing car seat now. C, I will lock up all cleaning products. D, I will keep the bathroom door closed. All right, time's up. The correct answer should be B. I should transition my child to a forward facing car seat now. Rationale behind is that children should remain rear facing until at least 2 years old to reduce injury risk and accidents. We do not need the babies flying and dying at the car, not today. All right, nurses' role in toddler growth and development. Education for parents on nutrition, immunization, and safety. Monitor for milestones and refer to any specialist if delays are present. Support autonomy and encourage positive discipline strategies. Teach about toilet training readiness and assess home safety risk and provide guidance. In conclusion, as nurses, our role is to educate parents on toddler development, monitor those milestones, and ensure safety. By promoting healthy habits, we can support toddlers as they grow into happy, thriving demon children. Y'all have a good day.